EFF leader Julius Malema is expected to appear in the East London Magistrates Court tomorrow. It's after he allegedly discharged a rifle in public during his party's birthday celebrations in Mdantsane in 2018. Newzroom Afrika's Mbali Thethani has the story.
It is this video clip that is at the center of EFF leader Julius Malema's firearm trial. The footage was taken at the party's 5th anniversary celebrations at the Sisadukashe Stadium in Mdantsane in 2018. Malema is facing charges including that of illegal possession of a firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, and the contravention of the Firearms Control Act. The NPA is confident that it has a strong case.
When the incident allegedly happened, investigations took place. The matter was investigated by the Hawks, and investigations are complete. We're confident of our case. We have collected the evidence, which also includes video footage of the incident. We do take these charges seriously. It's a contravention of the Firearms Control Act to discharge a firearm in a public gathering. It's illegal. And, it was illegal for him to even have possession of the firearm and the ammunition in the first place. Of course, those are allegations which will be heard in court.
I want to offend the racist.
Malema's co-accused Adrian Snyman, on the other hand, is facing charges of contravening the Firearms Control Act.
It is alleged that Mr. Malema illegally discharged a firearm in a public gathering, and Snyman allegedly provided him with the firearm and also the ammunition. So it's in relation to those charges. It's alleged that he discharged the firearm in the public in the gathering, which means that the lives of people could have been in danger.
Meanwhile, criminologist Guy Lam says the charges Malema and Snyman are facing are very serious.
Using a firearm illegally, you're in unlawful possession of that firearm. You're not registered to use that firearm. You haven't gone through a competency test to use that firearm, I would assume, because the firearm in question appeared to be a semi-automatic. It was a rifle. And certainly that is, an ordinary citizen cannot actually get a license to use that kind of firearm. That is usually within the private security industry or within the police or within the military. That's usually in the police and the private security industry. So it's around, there would be, I'm not that familiar with all the details of the case, but using a firearm that you're not licensed to use, and if you don't have a firearm license, then that actually is an offense as well.
But Lam says it's tricky terrain to navigate if one is in the possession of a firearm license and discharges a gun that doesn't belong to them.
Well, this is where it becomes slightly tricky in the sense of around if you have a firearm license to own a handgun, so whether it's a pistol or a revolver, and so you're licensed to carry a firearm as, for example, the driver's license, you're licensed to drive a car and you can drive any type of passenger vehicle. But for example, if you're using a fully automatic machine gun, or you're using, a military style weapon that you can't get a license for, then obviously there'll be circumstances as a result of that. If you're, for example, using a hunting rifle, you don't have a license to use that hunting rifle. There are some provisions in the legislation that can allow for a firearm owner to lend another firearm owner, but it really depends on the specificities of the license that you hold.
The trial is set to get underway on Monday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mbali Thethani.